What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another vlog. If you guys haven't watched my previous video when we wrapped the truck, I would click up here so you guys can see the whole process. Finally done with the truck, and I did do it in black and white because I want to do like an actual cinematic video. Last time when I wrapped my truck, I did not do nothing like that because there was actually a truck show the day, probably like a few days after we finished my truck. So I wanted to obviously go to the show, and I didn't get a chance to do the cinematic. Before we get into the cinematics, make sure to like and subscribe. We got a lot of things coming for the truck. We got new wheels, suspension, and a bunch of interior stuff coming, so make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to grow the page to maybe get to 20K by the end of this year, or maybe even sooner. I know I haven't been posting as consistently, and a lot of you guys are always telling me that my channel has kind of died out, and I understand that totally because I was posting a lot of videos of the garage, but now we're back to the truck. I'm really excited to actually get started with it. This was one of the biggest things and has made me super happy with the truck again. So I hope you guys enjoy that. You have seen me mention it in other videos. I do want to start dropping some shirts and maybe some lanyards at some point. This isn't one of them, but at some point drop some lanyards and more stickers. So this is gonna be one of the shirts. It says smiles per gallon, and as you guys can see on the back, it's the same thing on the back. I don't know what's the best way to show, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would you guys cop these shirts if we were to drop them? I do want to do like a small drop maybe. I've been wanting to do it for a really long time, but I'm just really scared that no one's gonna cop it. So let me know if you guys would truly, honestly cop it, or if you guys were to change some stuff about it, what would you guys change? Because a lot of this stuff is going to be made for you guys to rock and support. So let me know in the comment section down below. We'll be doing a Q&A after the truck because a lot of people had questions that I wanted to answer. And I don't know, let's get straight to the cinematics. I'm not going to kill any more time. And seen on my YouTube lately, just to kind of clear the air. So let's get started with these questions because I got a couple questions. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will go through most of them. So let's get started. What do you recommend for tips for first time wrapping? I'm tempted to wrap my truck also. honestly is don't be scared to stretch and heat the material. You should always do like a test panel, cut out maybe a small piece of material and stretch it as far as you can until it rips, and heat it up and see what if it'll burn through or if it'll get discolored. I know when we did that, we figured we could stretch a lot more, and we started doing it a lot more, and it made some of the panels a lot easier. So you guys should definitely do that. And make sure your surface is clean. That is the biggest thing. If you guys do not have a clean surface, it will not stick. We actually ran into that issue on this bedside. As you guys know, it's primed because I had a little accident, and it did not stick because it wasn't cleaned good. So always make sure to do that, because that costs us a lot of material. Would I ever trade my truck for something else? Probably not, just to keep it short and blunt. I probably wouldn't trade for anything else. If I was to get anything else, I would just get that something else. What made me get into wrapping? I don't know, I kind of wanted just something new to try. I've always been into car stuff, but I've always been scared into getting into something. And wrapping, I've had small experiences with it. My uncle wrapped some of his interior panels, and I thought it was pretty cool that you could change the color with just a sheet, and it's a lot cheaper than paint. It's not the same, obviously, as paint, but it's a lot cheaper than paint in most instances. And you kind of get the same quality if you install it right. It was also just to find a hobby, and it turns out we're kind of decent at it. We're trying to get better, but came out a lot better than I thought, and definitely will be doing it more in the future. How much did the wrap cost you? So this varies a lot. I get this question a lot. This varies a lot on material, brand, color, if it's satin, chrome, gloss, any of that. All of that matters, but usually gloss you can get 75 feet, which will do most trucks. Actually, it will do most trucks. If you don't mess up, but you should always take into account that you will make mistakes. So for this, or like a Yukon, you probably want to order like 10 extra feet. That's what we did, and we still have about maybe like 4 feet left over after making mistakes and stuff. But most cars will be just 75 feet. That's about $600. I paid $700 because I ordered, like I said, 10 extra feet for mistakes, and I'm glad I did. How long did it take you to get good at wrapping your truck? And how long does it usually take for me to wrap my truck? Honestly, I wouldn't say we're good, but there is a big improvement from the last wrap. A lot of the front side of the panels, well, actually all the front side panels, what you can see are perfect. We just need to now work on our tucking more and making cleaner, straighter cuts. That's definitely what we can improve on. This took about 2 weeks, but it was because we were also working on it 2 to 3 hours every day, 4 hours. But I would say if we were to do it consistently every day for like 8 hours, it would probably take us like 4 days max. 4 or 5 days, and we could bust it out easily. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. It was our first time in a really long time, so we're trying to get back into it. And after that, it was pretty quick. What was the hardest part of wrapping your truck, and how do you use the heat gun, and how do you know when the vinyl is fully placed? The hardest part was probably any curves. So like this side of the bumper is really hard. The front side here is easy, but wrapping down is hard because you get a lot of wrinkles. So I think that was pretty much it. Anything round was pretty hard. And as far as the heat gun you use to stretch, you don't always need it, but it's good for heating up the material to stretch it, also to shrink it back into a spot. So if you guys stretched it and it didn't, for whatever reason you guys lifted it up, if you heat it up, it shrinks back to its original shape. And post-heating, so post-heating is basically just to make the material lose its memory, so it doesn't want to shrink back to its original shape, because vinyl does shrink back if you heat it up to its original shape. Do I plan on bagging my truck? I don't know, it's kind of hard, because I've heard of things like if a bag pops or whatever, you can't lift it back up, and I've seen people like rip their bumpers off trying to get onto a trailer. So or to the tow truck, because obviously you can't just fix that on the side of the road, or it would be pretty hard. But maybe I do plan. I like how crew cab looks slammed on big wheels, so maybe in the future I've also seen some people bag just the front and leave the back as coilovers, so it rides a little bit smoother. I honestly can't say. I've never been in a bag truck or a bag vehicle for that, so I can't really say much about how bags ride or coilovers. But I don't know. That'd be something for me to find out in the future. How long did it take for you to get to where you are now? Honestly, I can't really answer that because I'm nowhere near where I want to be. There's a lot of things that I want to do in my life, as far as business, YouTube, and a lot of other things that I haven't got into just simply because I'm kind of scared to get into, but I am planning on getting into this year. So maybe in a couple months, years, you could ask me that again, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I get this question a lot. Where did I order my wrap from? It's from Metro Restyling. They have 3M, Avery, Hexes, Oracle. They have a bunch. They have probably over 1,000 colors easily on their website. And they have something for everybody. If you're looking for satin, chrome, gloss, matte, color shifting, they have literally everything. You guys can just look them up. It's metrorestyling.com. I plan on getting a new daily. As you guys know, the Camaro is totaled, completely done, finito, dead, deuces. Probably at Copar. Somebody probably bought it and rebuilt it already. Maybe by the end of this year, I do want to get another car or truck, maybe like a turbo truck, I don't know. I do want to get something quick again. Not to say that Camaro was super fast, but it was way faster than my truck. But maybe at the end of this year. I'm looking at one truck that I really want to get, but I'm holding off because I'm doing other things on the side that I will answer actually in this video right now. Are you getting new wheels? Yes, I'm getting new wheels. I am tired of being on small 20s. I have not been on 24s or anything bigger than 20s in like a year. So I will be getting new wheels. Actually, the Rahana sold not too long ago, which will probably pay for the next set of wheels. I'm not going to say too much, but they're probably more than likely going to be billets. That's about all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what brand, what style, any of that, but I'm looking at billets right now, actually, and I'm actually getting the suspension set up for some billets. That's all I can speak on. With the shop, is it just for your truck, or are you planning on starting a business? So, the very short answer to that is I am planning on starting a business at some point, actually very soon. What the business will consist of is multiple things. That's actually why I haven't got another car, because I've been investing all of that into buying equipment and stuff that I need for that business. As I really want to do YouTube at some point for like my full-time job, which would be really cool. I know Static Leo does it, Jerry Tweaks, Freddy LSX, like that's my goal. Like those guys inspire me to want to get there. So I do want to maybe eventually do it at some point full-time. But on the side, I also want to build like an asset that makes me money on the side, and have employees and stuff like that. I've always been super like into business, so I really want to get that started very soon. Not to put too much out there, but it will consist of paint correction, wrapping, and powder coating. I have all the stuff that I need. I spent thousands of dollars on everything that I need. To get started with that, I'm simply just waiting on a few small, minor things, but at some point I do really want to start a business. I don't know. Business has always piqued my interest, so, and also the clothing brand, of course. So, got a lot of things that I want to do this year and will be done in the next few months. Just kind of working behind the scenes for right now. Pretty much gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I just wanted to do something real quick. I get a lot of questions about the wrap and the shop and what's going on, so I wanted to answer some of those questions. I hope you guys enjoyed the cinematics. I worked kind of long on it, so don't judge too hard. I tried my best. But that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know about the shirts. Make sure to like and subscribe. We could maybe hit 12,000 very soon. We are like 11,400 and something. So make sure to share this with your mom, your sister, your brother, your dog, your cat, your neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor. Make sure to share with everybody on this video and follow my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching and for all the support. I hope that cleared up a lot of your questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.